The ultimate guide to building muscle after 40. I get asked every day about how to build muscle after 40. So I decided to make the most comprehensive guide available online for free. I'll show you how to gain muscle after 40 with workouts that use only body weight and dumbbells because they are the most accessible forms of training. And I'm going to take you through a workout right here on this channel every single week. So subscribe now so you don't miss out. Here are the top 5 best exercises to build muscle over 40. They're in order of importance. No, 5 is pull-ups. Pull-ups are one of the best exercises to increase your body's natural testosterone levels. You see, in order to gain muscle mass, you need high levels of testosterone. As we age, our testosterone levels decline, so doing things to boost them naturally is important. And it doesn't get much better than the classic pull-up. How do you do pull-ups if you can't do them yet? Well, start by getting yourself a set of TRX straps, or you could just use a towel. Put the straps or the towel over the pull-up bar and do negative pull-ups. Do as many reps as you can while keeping good form. Then once you get a little bit stronger, do assisted pull-ups. You could use a chair, a box, or even another person to help you do pull-ups. No. 4 is the barbell squat. Squats are the king of all exercises when it comes to building your lower body and overall strength. The squat will help you maintain a healthy metabolism, which is very important as you age, because your resting metabolic rate slows down considerably. If you don't have a barbell at home, you can use dumbbells. Just make sure they're heavier than what you can squat with. When it comes to squats, it's very important to keep your lower back straight and do it and let that but sag down like you re-sitting back into a chair. It's okay if your upper body starts to lean forward, but keep your eyes focused straight ahead. Keep your core tight and squeeze those glutes as you drive those knees forward over your toes. Don't worry too much about going all the way down to parallel. If you're new to squats, just focus on maintaining good form and going as low as you can while still feeling good. Next up is the bench press. This exercise is great for helping you maintain strong bones. Bone density decreases as we age, which increases the risk of osteoporosis, especially for men over 50. So you need to be doing some sort of pushing exercise that you can do in the comfort of your own home. Again, if you don't have a barbell, use dumbbells. Another tip is to always concentrate on squeezing the dumbbells together at the top of each rep instead of just focusing on pressing them away from you. If you want more gains and less risk of injury, this is an important tip. Remember that your chest is made up of 3 muscles: the clavicular head, the upper head, and the lower head. Pressing the dumbbells straight out in front of you works the upper head, but squeezing them together at the top of each rep really targets the clavicular head, which is often neglected. Next up is the overhead military press. This is my favorite exercise to build up your upper chest, shoulders, and triceps. This is a compound movement that will also help increase your bone density. Make sure you're targeting this large area above your chest to really fill out your shirt. This is another exercise where you can use dumbbells instead of a barbell. One of the biggest mistakes people make when performing any type of shoulder press is flaring their elbows out too wide. Your elbows should stay close to the center line of your body, not flared out at your sides. Some people have such bad habits that even when they're doing dumbbell presses, their elbows are flared out. So when they come across someone who corrects them, they switch to a barbell thinking that will force them to keep their elbows closer to the center line. But because the barbell is fixed, sometimes they actually flare out even more to try to compensate. Instead of trying to fight your bad habits, just switch to dumbbell presses. Since the dumbbells are free weight, you'll be forced to keep your elbows tucked in close to your body. It's a lot harder to flare them out with dumbbells. So again, if you don't have access to a barbell, this is the next best option. And it's also easier to perform the full range of motion with dumbbells, which is very important for building muscle. When you do dumbbell presses, remember to curl those dumbbells up slightly at the top of each rep. This helps work the upper chest even more. And no, one on the list is the deadlift. Now, if you have lower back issues, talk to your doctor before doing deadlifts. But most people with lower back pain can do deadlifts without aggravating their back. Deadlifts are great for filling out your lower back, your hamstrings, your glutes, and your traps. Make sure you're doing both stiff leg deadlifts and conventional deadlifts. Stiff leg deadlifts are done with the barbell in front of your shins, and conventional deadlifts are done with the barbell in front of your feet. These two variations allow you to work both the upper and lower portions of your posterior chain. You can also use dumbbells instead of a barbell. A tip for reducing lower back fatigue during deadlifts is to hinge your hips first, then bend your knees, then bend at your waist. Lifting with your legs is a myth that will only lead to injury. Lifting with your hips is the safest and most effective way to perform deadlifts. How to structure your workouts? It's simple. You're only going to do 2 sets for each exercise, but you're going to go to failure on every single rep. Let me explain that. First, you won't believe how fast you'll gain muscle by following this plan. Second, you'll never have to worry about overtraining. And third, you'll have more energy for the rest of your daily activities. Here's how you do it. Assume you're doing dumbbell bench presses. Start by picking a weight that you can only do for around 8 reps. That means you're going to go to absolute failure on the last 2 reps. By doing only 2 sets, you save your energy for those last 2 reps. Because you went to failure on your last 2 reps, you know you picked the right weight. Here's a quick example of what your workout might look like. Warm up for 5 minutes by jumping rope, then doing a few dynamic stretches such as arm circles and leg swings. Now it's time to start your workout. You're going to do 2 sets of 8 to 12 reps of each exercise. So you would do 2 sets of pull-ups, then 2 sets of barbell squats, then 2 sets of bench presses. And when you reach failure on your last 2 reps, you're done. That's all you have to do. Take a day off the next day, then repeat the workout. You only have to do this twice per week, so it fits into even the busiest of schedules. If you don't have dumbbells or a barbell, you can do all of these exercises with just your body weight. So grab a set of straps and let's get started. Subscribe for weekly workouts.